It is 5:19. I'm Alvin Gee, News Link VI, Thursday evening. With the 2009-2010 Crucian Christmas Festival fast approaching, organizers are pulling out all stars for a grand festival celebration this year. But two of the festival events, the Party Monarch competition and the Bandirama, has been scrapped at least from this year's celebration. Both events were instituted 2 years ago. Festival organizers are citing financial reasons why they can't hold these two events this year. But the reigning Party Monarch, Toby Dee, popularly known as Toby Dee, said that he was very disappointed that the festival committee has decided to cancel this year's Party Monarch competition.
Very much disappointing, because I was looking forward to competing again and having another chance to defend my title. It's too bad that they had to choose these two events to decide not to hold. I don't know if they could have found something else or cut down on other things, but I guess that's how things go.
Well, Toby Dee has won the Party Monarch title for the past 2 years. He believes the competition has been catching on, despite the fact that it is a fairly new event to the festival lineup.
Understand that the Party Monarch thing, at least I know for the Party Monarch thing, is pretty new when it comes to the Virgin Islands. However, Party Monarch is something that is growing, and it's big, and it's growing in the rest of the Caribbean. I was glad to see that, at least for St. Croix, that we were finally ready to embrace Party Monarch and the concept behind it. And however, after 2 years, just giving it up after 2 years, to me is not a good idea. However, the festival committee, I guess they have their reasons as to why they felt they couldn't do it again. I would admit that the last 2 years that turnout wasn't as good as it could have been, but then I was even told by other artists from different islands that the Party Monarch show, when it first started, or Soca Monarch, according to where you go, never starts out very well and picks up steam. So, I know after a while it would become a very big show if they stuck to it.
Well, Festival Committee President Davidson Charlemagne said the committee regret they had to cancel these events, but financial woes forced them to do so.
Financially, we cannot have those events. For the past year or two, we've been holding those events. Financially, the budget is a strain to the committee, meaning that those budgets run for each one about $20,000, and the take back is not great. We've been for the past 2 years, it was poorly attended, and again, it's a new event, and it's not going to be out of festival for good. Next year, what we're doing now is going to the table to try to reconstruct the program, reconstruct to see if we can take them and put them in the village, or maybe even in a smaller venue. For that reason, this year, again, knowing it's a recession and funding is a problem, last year we had to scratch and scrape funds to make sure we can pay those who took part in that, like Mr. Toby Dee. He just got his money about a month ago, and this is the issue that we can't be having every year. We got to make sure we have the right funding, and again, we're still getting the same money we've been getting for the past 3 years or 4 years, and the more we add new events, we got to get more money for that. So until more money can be funded for that, then we could have these events. Until then, but next year, most likely you're going to see those two events back again, but in a different form of fashion. We're going to probably eventually put it, like I say, in a smaller venue or maybe in the village. And until then we're going to proceed. But for this year, no, that's the only reason. Financial constraint, being to the point that, we don't want to be out there owing nobody. That's the whole thing. And we want to make sure that festival is, can come out with a clean slate after the year's over. Nobody got to say, well, hey, we didn't get paid. And until then, we're gonna have to find a way that we can fix that problem.
Well, in order to get feedback from the public on the cancellation of these two festival events, the Remo used his Facebook page to solicit comments. And those comments, he said, were against the festival committee's cancellations.
People who saw it on my Facebook page, and they commented. I heard a lot of comments, different things. People that were disappointed, just as I am. people were questioning why it was happening, and to even some comments that were made about the money not being spent right and stuff like that, stuff that I won't really get into. But people are upset about it, saying, festival won't be the same, and pretty soon we're going to have to give up Juve and Parade and all sorts of things. It's obvious people aren't happy about it.
But despite these cancellations, Charlemagne said the festival committee is still working hard to ensure an enjoyable festival celebration this year.
We have been having our meetings regularly, and we have everything in place. All our chair people for the different departments or festivals have been doing their job. Like I said, it's hard work. We are there. We right now we haven't got no funding from the government, but hopefully it should come in. I would hope anytime now. But all the plans and arrangements have been made, and we're actually preparing now to the point we're ready to kick it off and have those events. The only thing that we're again anticipating right now and hoping that it comes on time is the funding, because last year our funding came pretty late, December 17th, where our kickoff is December 4th. So hopefully, and I pray that we do get this funding early, so we can arrange how we can get our entertainment and the different stuff that we have to spend, or we have to, put down payments on, and you can't do that for the same time you're going to have the festival. Usually you're supposed to have that done 6 months prior to that. But again, that's the fight we're having, and we're hoping that it can change. And that's one of the reasons, again, why some of these events have to be cut, because of financial strains that we endure. And we can't keep doing that and putting the stuff in the red. And that's just how right now how we stand, and we try to make sure that we budget this thing correctly. We're going to budget for what we get, not for what we don't have.